So I wanted to kick things off with this video that Diego brought us early in the year. This is at Darby Simpson's Pastured Poultry operation, and it's a pretty lean operation, very efficient. He's definitely got a model that's profitable for running pastured poultry. So if you want to learn more about that, definitely go and check out this video. My comments on this one are really more about where the food regulations are going, and it's something that I'm going to talk a lot about. It's going to be a theme that's going to come up a lot in this overview video of 2020, is how farmers, or the need for farmers to move their operations or their marketing models into private members clubs, because as we have seen throughout 2020, farmers have been really hit hard from regulations, and I don't expect that is going to change for the better. I'm expecting regulations to get worse and worse, and one of the big problems and challenges of Darby's operation here is that it's very centralized in the fact that he takes all of his chickens to be processed at one place. And so this is a fragility point. Nassim Taleb might call this a black swan. But what would happen in the event that this processing facility was shut down? So if Darby was ready to process a bunch of birds and he got an email, a week or two before those birds are ready saying, hey, we're shut down, and he has no other processors around, what's he going to do? Now, I do know that Darby has some options, but what would happen in the event that those regulations came down on a regional area? Say it was statewide, say it was even in the neighboring state. He would essentially be out of business. And so I think looking at models that Joel Salatin has used for processing birds and animals on site is very important. Now, how you do that is the question. And often that is done through private members clubs. So people who sign into your CSA, might call it a community supported agriculture, or a members club of some kind, they're going to waive liability of food risk, because that's how all this public safety stuff weasels its way in, is that they say that they're protecting you, the consumer, and so they need to regulate these farms. And so I think it's going to get to a point where there's people who are willing to take the risk and those that aren't. So people who are willing to take the risk or say, hey, yeah, that's life, sign me up. I'm willing to waiver my liability in the case that I got sick, and others that won't. And so I think more and more we're going to be looking for a customer base that is willing to share in the real risks and rewards of a farm. And that really does come back into the CSA model, which is the community supported agriculture model. If you haven't seen the videos I've done on CSAs, I've talked about them before, but go check them out. They were in the first year from the field, so it would have been 2019, but go and check those ones out. Didn't talk about it in the context that we are now with all of this crazy regulation that's coming down from the government, but it is touched on, and the principles are the same.